Well, we're just outside the Wailing Wall, and I'm with Sam Muircroft. He's with the International Christian Embassy. And Sam, what a sight we just saw! Hundreds, maybe even thousands of evangelicals, I'm presuming, singing, dancing in front of the Wailing Wall. We were here earlier in the Islamic section of Mount Temple. A bit of a contrast in terms of people having fun and enjoying themselves.
Well, I made the joke about all these Christians are rioting. Look at all the joyous fun they're having. We should break it up. Contrasted with our visit earlier, as you were saying, on the Temple Mount.
Now, can you tell us, Sam, what is the connection that evangelicals have to this holiest of holy places?
We believe that Israel is God's chosen land and his people, the Jews, and that they have a right to the land. And the Christian Embassy was formed in 1980 when Israel said that Jerusalem was their undivided eternal capital, and all the embassies left. So a group of Christians came together and said, we've got to stand in solidarity and show them that around the world, in my case in Canada with the Canadian branch, that we stand with Israel.
Now, what is the relationship the Jewish community has with the evangelical community?
It's been over time, they've been developing more of a trusting relationship. I think initially they were skeptical, like, who are you people? You're trying to proselytize? Like, what's your purpose? And then over enough time, since 1980, or 38 years later, I think they can tell that we're true friends of Israel.
Yeah, I mean, I've always said that the evangelicals are probably the biggest allies the Jews have outside of the Jewish community because they're completely vested in this neck of the woods. They believe in so much of what this area represents. You've been coming here for many years. What was it like going back to, I believe, one of the years that stands out in your memory, Sam, is 2001?
2001, it was 1 year after the Intifada when Ariel Sharon did what we did this morning. He went to the Temple Mount. They started this, that was an excuse for them to trigger the second Intifada. And we came in 2001, and the International Christian Embassy hosts the largest tourist events in Israel during Sukkot, the Feast of Tabernacles. And about 5,000 of us from 100 different countries come. And I came with the Canadian contingent along with my then girlfriend, now wife. And we were pretty much the only tourists here. And they were really excited that we were here, but at the same time it was sad because we'd check into a hotel, it would open, we'd check in, we'd stay, and then when we left, the hotel would close. Yeah. Same with a lot of restaurants because everyone was too afraid, even though when I'm in Israel, I never feel safer.
Interesting. And now, of course, the contrast, I mean, it looks like those dark days of that kind of terrorism is gone. I mean, it looks like there are a lot of tourists coming back to Israel today.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I think all people have to do is come here. Like, we're all testament to that. You come here and you realize, I never feel safer than when I'm here. People at home will say, oh, I see all these guns. Are you guys okay? Those guns are to protect me. They're there to protect me, to protect us. Israel's a safe country.
And again, what a contrast from earlier today when we were in the Islamic area of Temple Mount. And as you witnessed, there were some Jewish men being brought in under armed guard, and not so much for their protection, but to make sure that they didn't break into any kind of prayer, even mouth, a prayer, because that is one of the concessions that has been given to the Islamic people here, that there'll be no praying on this side. And then you contrast that with thousands of people singing and dancing on the street. How do you connect those dots, Sam?
I don't know. To me, it's mind-boggling. Like our guide was saying, before the Oslo Accords in 1993, 94, Jews could go up there. There was no problem. There was no issue, and that was a concession. And I think when you give the alligator, that give him my hand, he's going to take my arm, he's going to take the rest of me. Concessions do nothing. I mean, going back to World War II, I mean, Chamberlain, a piece of paper, we've got peace in our times. You simply can't negotiate with the wolf. You can't tell the wolf, don't eat the chickens. He's going to eat the chickens if you let him. So why is the wolf allowed to hang out with the chicken? I just don't get it.
So perhaps a cautionary tale for people like you and I who are from Canada then.
Yeah, friends at home, I say to them, we're the 5%. The rest of the world has got violence and poverty and all sorts of stuff. So we should be thankful for what we have. But at the same time, like I said, I never feel safer than when I'm in Israel. Honestly, I think all of us could say that. Do you feel threatened in any way when you're here?
I don't, and I think it's a matter of peace through strength.
Yeah, I would agree. Peace through strength. Yeah, exactly.
Thanks so much for your time, Sam. Okay, thank you. Well, folks, some of your favorite rebels are in Israel, and we're filing reports daily. Please go to rebelisrael.com and get the latest from the Holy Land.